We're all connected beyond space. Controversial experiments with shocking results. October 1, 2019. We're all connected, but how can all this happen? For those who are already aware of this, let's remember we're all connected beyond space. Controversial experiments with shocking results. This is called quantum physics and is very difficult to explain, but let me give you some examples of experiments that the United States Department of Defense performed in 1998 that shocked scientists. Scientists scraped cells from the roof of a volunteer's mouth and placed them in a test tube, connecting the test tube to a lie detector, or polygraph. So they connected the subject to a polygraph, but in a totally different area of the building. The volunteer was shown various types of programs on a television. Peaceful programs, as well as violent and stimulating. What they found was that the individual cells recorded the exact same activities at the exact instant as the subjects. When the individual watched calm programs, the psychological reaction of both the individual and the cells was calm. When programs were changed to more stimulating material, both the individual and the cells showed a physiological awakening. The researchers continued testing with different individuals and their cells, farther and farther from each other, up to a distance of 80 kilometers. It had been 5 days since the cells had been scraped from the roof of the subject's mouth, and they were still recording exactly the same activity at the exact same moment. Another experiment with very similar effects, but with two individuals rather than one's own cells, was called the Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen experiment. In this study, they used two individuals who were completely strangers to each other, gave them a few minutes to get to know each other superficially, and then separated them at a distance of 15 meters, each in a Faraday cage electromagnetic cage. A Faraday cage is designed to prevent radio frequency and other signals from entering or leaving. Once inside a Faraday cage, they connected both individuals to an electroencephalogram EEG equipment, which monitors neurological activities. They aimed a flashlight into the eyes of the first fellow, but not the other. Pointing a light into one's eyes causes measurable neurological activity and visible constriction of the pupils. The instant they did this, the neurological activity of both subjects showed the same on the EEG as well as a pupillary constriction. They changed the subjects and separated them even further, obtaining the same result. In addition to this simple research, Dr. Larry Dossey has personally compiled over 130 studies on the distance healing power of prayer, and is convinced that it works. He says that FTE are scrutinizing this massive data for almost 2 decades. I come to regard this as one of the best kept secrets in medical science. I am convinced that distant, not local, effects are real, and healing occurs. These and many other common experiments show that we are all connected in ways we had never realized, ways that shock our minds. The controversial experiment proved that we are all connected beyond space. We are constantly transferring information at the subconscious level, even with people with whom we are only superficially connected. We should not be afraid of this. This is just one way the universe works and has always worked. We are reformulating and recreating each other, and there is no escape from this law. We can only learn to use this law to our mutual benefit. Becoming better than you were yesterday means that you literally make everyone you come in contact with better. This is how we all grow and progress. This is how we are all connected. This is why doing good to others makes us feel wonderful, because, in fact, we are stimulating ourselves from the outside in, on the quantum level, to feel better.